Hello guys, welcome to another video. This one is paper 1-1 of May-June 2016. So let's move on to question number 1. So evaluate 12 minus 6 divided by 3 plus 4. So in this case we have minus, divide and plus in the same line. We have to use the rules of BOD mass. So this is the order of operations. So first we have to do divide. So 6 divided by 3, that will be 2. Then minus 12 minus 2 is 10. 10 plus 4 is 14. So your answer number 1 is 14. Now part B, we have 0.3 times 1.5. So the first thing to do is to ignore the decimal place. So first just do 3 times 15. That will be 45. Now this one we have 1 decimal place, and here we have 1 decimal place. So in total we have 2 decimal places. So 1, 2. So your answer will be 0.45. Now, question number 2, we have fractions. We have 2 over 3 minus 5 over 8. The first thing you can see is the base of difference, so you have to do the LCM. So one way to do that, you can just take this one, multiply by this one. Then you cross multiply. So 2 times 8 is 16 minus 15. That will be 1 over 24. Okay, now for part B, evaluate 1 over 3 divided by 7 over 9. Giving your answer as a fraction in its lowest term. So as you know, whenever you have divide, you have to convert this to multiply. The first one remains the same, and this one you have to flip it upside down. Now simplify 3 here, it become 3 over 7. Your answer is 3 over 7 for part B. Now let's move on to question number 3, part A. An aircraft leaves at 22:35, which is 10:35 p.m. on a flight that takes 3 hours and 50 minutes. Find the time when the aircraft arrives. So pretty easy, let's do one by one. So 22:35 plus 3 hours and 50 minutes. That will be 5. 8 minus 6, that will be 2. 1 will go here, you will have 26. Now in a day, you have only 24 hours, so minus 24. That will become 25 and 2:02. So they arrive at 02:25. That's the time of arrival. Now for part B, the aircraft flies a distance of this much, correct to the nearest 100 km. So when you see nearest 100 km, you know how you have to find the lower and upper bound. So let's do that. It will be the value plus minus 100, because this, divided by 2. That will be 3250 and 3150. Question is to find the lower bound of the distance. It will be 3150 km. Now question number 4, it says a bottle full of liquid has a total mass of 1.27 kg. That's the total mass of the liquid. When the bottle is half full of liquid, the total mass is 900 grams. Calculate the mass of the bottle. So let's see, how do you find the mass of the bottle? So first let's convert to grams. As you can see, it's grams. So this one will be times 1000, you have 1270 grams. As you know, 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams. That's why you have this. It says a bottle full of liquid has a mass of this. So bottle plus liquid will be 1270 gram. When the bottle is half full of liquid, the total mass is 900. So when the bottle is half, it is 900 from this. So find the mass of the bottle, find the value of B. So let's see if we can solve this simultaneously. In this case, let's see, what can we do? Oh wait, so okay, I see what we have here. Actually, it's not this divided by 2, because the bottle mass remains the same, only the mass of the liquid has changed. So this is not the right way. It is just B remain the same for the mass of the bottle, just the liquid has decreased by half. That will be 900. So here we have 2 equations, we have this and this. Okay, let's solve for the value of B. So let's make L the subject of formula here. Let's make B this, let's make L so we can find B. So L will be 1270 minus B. So here B plus L, which is 1270 minus B divided by 2 equal to 900. Now times 2, you will have 2B plus 1270 minus B equal to 1800. So 2B minus B will be B equal to 1800 minus 1270. That will be 0, 7, 10, 3, 5. So bottle will be 530 grams. So I hope that makes sense. The first one, it says a bottle full of liquid has a mass of this. So a bottle, the mass of the bottle plus the mass of the liquid full is equal to 1.27, so 1270. That's the first equation. And when the bottle is half full of liquid, so only the liquid is half, so bottle is the same, plus half the liquid will be 900. So you can just solve this two by simultaneous equation. You will have this one. That will be question number 4. Now question number 5, we have Stella walks to a park. For 4 minutes, she walks at a rate of 80 steps per minute. Okay, and for 1 minute, she walks at a rate of 120 steps per minute. So part 1, so question is find the mean number of steps per minute she takes. So mean number of steps, so mean number of steps will be the total number of steps divided by the total time. So we know total time is 4 plus 1 is 5. What is the total steps? So let's do that. So we have 4 minutes, 4 times 80, and here we have 1 minute, so 1 times 120. That will be 120 plus 320. That will be 440 divided by 5. Divided by 5, that will be 88. So in the mean steps per minute will be 88 steps per minute. Now question number 6, write the number in standard form. So we have to move 1, 2, so it will be 3.4 times 10 power minus 5. So when you move from this side to this, you have to minus. I hope that makes sense. Now for part B, arrange the following numbers in order, starting with the smallest. So which of these numbers is the smallest? So one thing we can do is to convert everyone to the same power, basically. So let's convert this one to power of 6. You have to so that is 6, 5, and let's convert this to 6. It's easiest to do 6, right? So you have to move one more place. That'll be 4.2 times 10 power minus 6. Here we have to move 1, 2, 3, so 34 times 10 power minus 6. So now it is minus 6, minus 6, minus 6. We can just compare the numbers in the front. So which one is the smallest? This one will be the smallest, which is 0.42 times 10 power minus 5. Then we have this one, 33.7 times 10 minus 6. And last one will be this one, 0.034 times 10 minus 3. Okay, that will be question number 6. Now, question number 7, it says, by writing each number correct to 1SF, estimate the value of this fraction. So, pretty easy. We have 3 numbers here. Let's write down every number to 1SF. So, we leave the first one alone. We ask ourselves if this one is bigger or equal to 5. If the answer is yes, we add 1. That will be 3. And then the rest becomes 0. Same thing happening here. So, this will become 8.00 and 0.396. This will become 0.400. Now replace back in this fraction, you will have 30 times 8 divided by 0.4. So divide by 4, have 0.1, have 2. 60 divided by 0.1, have to move one decimal place, you have to add 1 0. Your answer will be 600. Now for part 8, complete the diagram to make an equilateral ABCD, which has AC as a line of symmetry. So basically has a reflect through the line of AC as your line of symmetry. So let's do that. We have to use our compass here. So first let's draw a line through AC to form our line of symmetry. right? So let's do that. More like this. Now it needs to be perpendicular to every part. So this one has a length of 2 centimeters right across to 90 degrees. It has to reflect on this line. So 2, so that will be this one. So let's join this point and this. Okay, that will be D. Has a reflection of these two, so it has a line of symmetry. Now for point B, complete the diagram to make a quad which has rotational symmetry of order 2. So in this case, you have to know which shape that has a rotational symmetry of order 2. It is a parallelogram or a rectangle. So in this case, that will be a parallelogram. So you have to use a compass here to make it as accurate as possible. So go to point Q and you have to measure distance QPQ. That's the first step. Then go to your R. You have to draw an arc right here. Now same steps, go to R, measure QR. And then go to P, intersect the first arc. You have a line of intersection here, so draw a point and then join them together to form the quad PQRS, which has, so make sure that it is horizontal to this line, so make sure that you have a horizontal line, and then this one will be joining in this direction. Okay, that will be your point, PQRS, that will be S. So it has to be a parallelogram. So the reason why my point was not exactly an S is because, as you can see, my pencil is not sharp. So make sure your pencil is sharp so it goes exactly on the point as required. That is question number 8. Let's move on to question number 9. So the shaded region in the diagram is defined by 3 inequalities. Okay, so I assume that it is this region that is shaded, this one right here. Right, I assume it will be this one. I didn't see the question yet, so I hope that is the right region that is shaded. Okay, so the first one says one of these are this inequality. So what is this line? It has a equation y equal to half x plus 2. It will be this line. It will be above this one. So I think it should be, so since we have to write the other two, I think the region that we require will be actually this one actually. So this one and this line and this line. So what is the equation of this line? It will be y equal to 3 of this straight line. So according to that, it will be below the line. So it will be y. That will be the first one. And then the other one will be, this one will be on this side. So first thing, we have to find the equation of that line. As you can see, it goes to the points of 1 minus 1, 2 minus 2, 3 minus 3. So you can use the points to find the gradient and the equation. But from experience, I know that if it goes to those points, it will be y equal to minus x. So you can use the points to find the equation, or you should know this will be this equation. So in that case, as you can see, it is on the top. So it will be y is more equal to this. This will be the 2 inequalities that we define this region. Now moving on to part 10, factorize completely this one. Let's see what we have. So here we have y, and here we have y. So let's bring this to one side. So we have 3xy minus 12y, sorry, 12y plus 5x minus 20. So factorize, we have 3 outside and y. That will be x minus 4. Plus, with the stake of 5, you will have x minus 4 as well. As you can see, this and this are the same. So we can just take it out. We have x minus 4 and 3y plus 5. So that will be your factorization of this equation. So x minus 4 and 3y plus 5. That's part 10. Let's move on to question 11. We have f of x equal to this function. Find f of minus 3 over 4. So we replace the value of x by minus 3 over 4. That will be 2 times minus 3 over 4 minus 9. That will be, this will go away, minus 3 over 2 minus 9, which is minus 3 over 2 minus 18 over 2. So you have to make it become the same base. Now if you simplify, minus 3 minus 18, that will be minus 21 over 2. So the answer is minus 21 over 2. Now for part B, find f inverse of 3. So first step is to find f inverse. So let y equal to f of x, which is 2x minus 9. Then you make x the subject of formula. So x will be y plus 9 divided by 2. So in that case, f inverse of x plus 9 divided by 2. Now let's find out the value of 3. That will be 3 plus 9 divided by 2. That will be 12 divided by 2. That will be 6. And let's do number 12. A map is drawn to the scale of 2 centimeters to 5 km. Now we have 2 towers are 9 km apart. Calculate the distance between them on the map. So using this scale, as you can see, 2 centimeters is equal to 5 km. So what is 9 km? 9 km will be equal to 2 divided by 5 times 9. That will be equal to what? Let's try. So 2 times 9 will be 18 over 5. And then we can times 10. Now times 2 here and times 2 here. You will have 36 over 10, which is 3.6. This will be your answer on the map. Now for part B, it says, on the map, a town covers area of 4 centimeter square. Calculate the actual area. So using a scale of 2 centimeter to 5 km. So the ratio of areas will be 4 centimeter square and 25 km square. So 4 centimeter square will be 25. That's the actual area. Now part C, express the scale of 1 to n. So we have 2 centimeter and 5 km. So first thing, this is different. Let's change that on both sides. That will be 5,000 meters and 20, that will be centimeters. Go away, 1, that will be 25. This will be your answer, 25, 1, 2, 3. Just simple division. So once you have this unit the same, you cross out and divide by 2, divide by 2. Simple division. This will be your answer for part C. Now for question number 13, solve this equation simultaneously. So as always, let's make x the subject of formula. That will be 4y over 3. Now replace this in this one. You will have 1 plus 5 times x, which is 4y divided by 3 equal to 6y. Now times 3 everywhere, that will become 3 plus 5, 4y equal to 18y. That will be 3 plus 20y equal to 18y. So let's send this one over here, equal to minus 3. So 2y equal to minus 3, y will be minus 1.5. Now what is the value of x? X will be 4 times minus 1.5 divided by 3. That will be minus 6 divided by 3, which is minus 2. So x will be minus 2 and y is minus 1.5. Well, you can always just express as fraction. So here y will be minus 3 over 2, right? And then if you replace here, you will have 4 times minus 3 over 2 divided by 3. So simplify, this becomes 2. That will be 2 times minus 3 divided by 3. That will be minus 1. So your answer will be minus 2 as well. So your answer can be minus 2 and this, or you can write this and this. Up to you. Let's move on to question number 14. The volume of a sphere is 4 over 3 pi r cubed. That's the volume of a sphere. Sphere is a ball. The volume of a cone is given by this. So here we have a cone. So in the real question, this is actually shaded, this region part, the part here, right? Now a cone is removed from a solid wooden hemisphere. So hemisphere, what is the volume of a hemisphere? So since we know the sphere, hemisphere will be half of that. That will be 2 over 3 pi r cubed. That is volume of a hemisphere of radius 3. That's the radius 3. The cone has a radius of 3 as well and a height of 2. Now, the volume of the wood remaining is K. Find K. So we have to find the volume of the wood remaining after taking off the cone. So first thing, what is the volume of the hemisphere? So volume of hemisphere is given by 2 over 3 pi r cubed. Replace, so 2 over 3 pi r is 3 cube. Goes away. That will be 3, 9 times 2 will be 18 pi. Now what is the volume of the cone? It will be 1 over 3 pi r square h. That is 1 over 3 times pi, then times 9 times h will be 2. That is 3, and that will be 6 pi. So volume remaining will be 18 pi minus 6 pi, which is 12 pi centimeter cube. So the value of K will be 12. Now question number 15, it says y is directly proportional to the square of x. So it means that y is directly proportional to the square of x, which means y is equal to kx squared. Now given that y equal to this, when x equal to this, find the value of x when y equal to this. Okay, so y equal to this when x equal to 4 squared. K will be 8 divided by 16, which is half. Now equation will become y equal to half x squared. Now we have to find the value of y when x equal to 3. Y when x equal to 3, so 3 squared, that will be 9 over 2, which is 4.5. This will be your answer for part A. Now for part B, it says P, it is inversely proportional to Q, so P is inversely proportional to Q. It is known that P equal to 15 for a value of Q. So let's say the value of Q is equal to C, and P is equal to 15. So let's find the value of K. So here we have P equal to K over Q. So in this case, K will be P times Q, which is 15C. So your equation will be P equal to 15C divided by Q. Right. Now next step, it says write down the value of P when this value of Q is doubled. If you double the value of Q, Q will be 2C. Find the value of P when Q becomes 2C. You have 15C divided by 2C. That will become 7.5. That's the value of P. And that will be question number 15. Okay, question number 16. Let's see what we have here. Seems pretty tough. Let's see what can we do. In the diagram, we have AB. This is AB. And we have BC, CD, and D are 4 sides of a regular polygon. Okay, polygon. So this is 160. This also will be 160 and 160 because it is a regular polygon. That's why. Regular means all the angles and the sides are the same on that polygon. That's what it means. It says each interior angle is 160. Okay, 160, 160, 160. Now what else? It says ABPQR. So ABPQR is a straight line. DCP is a straight line, and also EDQ is a straight line. So EDQ is also a straight line. Okay. Let's see what are the questions. So part 1, find the angle CAB. So we have to find the angle CAB. So find this angle. Pretty easy. As you observe, we have a triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. So it means that these two angles are the same. So these two will be the same. This is 180 minus 160. That will be 20. Divide by 2, that will be 10. So 10 and 10. So the angle here will be 10. Right. What's next? Next we have to find the angle CBP. So CBP. So since ABPCQR is a straight line, this will be 20. 180 minus 160, that will be 20. Okay. Now what is next? We have to find the angle DQR. So DQR, we have to find this angle. So let's see how can you find this angle. Interesting. So if you observe, this one is 160, right? Because it is the interior angle of a polygon. This also will be 20 because it is a straight line. That's why. Now if it's 20, 20, that will be 40. So this will be 140 because this is a triangle BPC, which is 180 minus 20 minus 20, that will be 140. And now again, this is a straight line. This means this will be equal to 40. Right. Now this is 160. This angle here, which because it is an interior angle, which means this angle here will be 20. So this angle here will be, so we have PDQ is a triangle, so this angle will be 180 minus 20 minus 40. So 180 minus 60, that will be 120. This is 120. So given that again this is a straight line, this will be 180 minus this, that will be 60. So the angle here will be 60. Okay, and that will be question number 16. Okay, so let's move on to question 17. A sequence of diagrams is made using counters. Now we have diagram 1, 2, 3, and 4. So complete the table. We can just count. We have 3, 8, 4 will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So obviously you can see every time it is increasing by 2. So that will be 12. Now part B, find expressions in terms of n for the number of counters in diagram n. So as you observe, the first one is 4, 2 is 6, 3 is 8. So obviously this is term 1 plus 1 times 2. 2 plus 1 times 2. 3 plus 1 times 2, which is 8. So same thing happened here, n plus 1 times 2. So your n term will be 2n plus 1. Or the other way you can do this is you can just find the difference, which is 2 and 2. You can just write down 2n. And then for the first term, you have 4, so you write down. So you know that t of first, it is 4. That is the answer for this one. But now for t equal to 1, you will say, okay, let's put 1 here. You will have 2. So this is not right because it is not equal to 4. Now, how can you change 2 to 4? You have to plus 2. So plus 2. This also will be your answer. So 2n plus 2. Same as this. Now see, in this sequence, diagram P has 200 counters. Find the value of P. So T of n is equal to 2n plus 2. Now we know T of P is equal to 200. Find the value of P. So 2P plus 2 is equal to 200. Find the value of P. So 2P will be 198. P will be 198 divided by 2. So, okay, let's divide. That will be 9. There will be 1 remaining. You will have 6. Sorry, you have 9. 99. P will be 99 for the diagram. Let's move on to question 18. Henry did a survey of the length of leaves on a plant. The results are summarized in the table. So we have the length, we have the frequency. So part 1, it says, when asked to draw a histogram to illustrate the results, Henry drew the following diagram. So question is, explain why this diagram is incorrect. So let's see why it is incorrect. Let's see why. So let's first find the answers. So how would you draw the histogram? The reason why is because whenever you have to draw a histogram, you have to find the frequency, density, and not the frequency. So you can just write because this is because Henry used frequency for the y-axis instead of frequency density. That's why it is not right. Okay, so now we have to draw the right histogram. So let's find the frequency density. So as you know, the formula for frequency density is equal to frequency divided by class width. So what is the class width? Here we have 2, here we have 1, 1, and 3. So frequency density will be 6 divided by 2 will be 3, 8, 10, and 2. If f divided by class width. So we have to draw this on the diagram. So let's see, what do we have? Okay, so let's label those lines. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 8, 6, and label this as frequency density instead of frequency for the histogram. The first group is 1, 2, 3, but value of 3. So 1, 2, 3, value of 3 will be between 2 and 3. Should be about this point. So make sure it is exactly in between, because that is important for the histogram. That will be the first one. And then we have 3 to 4 will be 8. So 3 to 4 will be 8. 8 will be on this one. Then we have 4 to 5 will be 10. So 4 to 5 will be 10. Max is 10. And the next one is given by 5 to 8 will be 2. So 5 to 8 will be 2, will be right here. Okay, that will be your answer for 18. Now let's move on to question 19. So here we have two circles, as you can see. They intersect at point P and point Q. So we have P and Q are the point of intersection of the two circles. Okay, let's see what we have. It says AD and BC are diameters. So AD and BC are diameters of the two circles. Okay. It says BD intersects the larger circle at R. So BD, okay, at R. Okay. BD is just a line joining B and D. Now we have, it says we have angle DBC is equal to 40. So DBC is 40. This is 40. Okay, so these are the information that we have, and see what can we do from here. Okay, let's see. So part 1, it says find the angle CPR. Where is CPR? So C is here, P is here, R is here. So find this angle. So as you can see, CPR it is the angle on the same arc RC, so they reflect. That will be 40 as well. So CPR is also equal to 40 because they are the angle on the same arc RC. So here, see, this angle here is on the arc R and C. Angle here will be on arc R and C. That's why it is 40. Now for part B, find CQR. So C, where is C? Q, R. Find this angle. So pretty easy. If you look at this shape, you will have PCQR. It is a quadrilateral with each point touching the circle, which means these two angles will be complementary or supplementary, which means if you add these two, it needs to be 180. So basically 40 plus CQR should be 180. So CQR will be 140. That's the angle you have here, 140. Now next one, it says find the angle ABD. ABD, so find this angle. So as you can see, this will be a tangent joining this, so this will be 90 minus 40, that is 50. And part D, ADB, ADB, so find this side. This is 90 as well, because it is a tangent which is joining to the center, it will be 90. If this is 50, this will be 40. It's a big triangle ABC, so that will be 40. Okay, and that will be question 19. Okay, moving on to question 20. The number of goals scored in each of the 50 games were recorded. So in total we have 50 games. Now part 1, find the mode. The mode has the max frequency. It will be this one, which is 0. Find the median is half of the value, so half of 50 plus 1. That will be 51 divided by 2, which is 25.5 value. So if you add these two, you will have, this is 16 plus, so what is before 25.5? You have 25 and 26. 16 plus 11, that will be 27. So 25 and 26 are all in this case. So the median will be 1 plus 1 divided by 2, because the 25th value is also 1, the 26th value is also 1, so that's why it's 1 plus 1 divided by 2, which is 1. Okay, now for part C, find the mean. Mean, you have to find the sum of all the goals. So how many goals were scored? Here was 0, here was 11, so 1 times 11, 2 times 9 will be 18, 21, 24, 0 and 6. Find the sum. So these two will be 30, and this 2 will be, that will be 29, and this 2 will be, that is 50 plus 30, that will be 80. So the mean will be sum of goals divided by number of matches, which is 50, that will be 8 over 5. Now you can times 2 and times 2 on both sides. You will have 16 divided by 10, which is 1.6. So 1.6 will be the number of goals scored on both matches. I mean, not on the mean matches, not both, sorry. Let's move on to question number 21. Express 500 as a product of its prime factors. So let's do that. 500, first divide by 2, you will have 250. Divide by 2, 125. Divide by 5 will be 25. Divide by 5 will be 5. So 500 will be equal to 2 power 2 times 5 power 3. So 2 power 2 times 5 power 3. Now for part B, it says m equal to this, q and n equal to this. So question is, find the value of p and q when m times n. So m times n will be 2 times 3 times n will be 2 power 4 times this. So we just have to group the same ones together. You will have 2 times 2 power 4 and then times 3 power 2 times 3 power 2. So when it is times, you have just to add the powers. So this is 1. 1 plus 4 is 5 times, this is 2, that will be 4. Value of p will be 5 and q is 4. Now for part 2, m divided by n. So m is this divided by n. N will be 2 power 4 times 3 power 2. Now we can separate those two, so we can just write this on one side and times 3 over 2 on one side. These two cancel out, and this will become 2 power minus 3. So value of q will be 0. It cancels out, and the value of this will be minus 3. Now for this one, you have n square. What is n square? N square is 2 power 4 times 3 power 2 square. equal to, that will be 2, 8 times 2 times 3, 4 equal to 2 power p times 3q. So p will be 8 and q will be 4. That is the values of p and q. Okay, let's move on to question 22. And the first one says, the diagram shows triangle ABC, as you can see. And first question is to measure angle ABC. So you have to use your protractor to measure this angle ABC. So go to point B, and let's measure the angle exactly on this straight line. So for me, it shows to be about, so this is 100, this will be 102. So for me, it's 102 degrees. Now for part B, the diagram construct the locus of points inside of the triangle that are, part 1, 4 centimeters from B. So pretty easy. First, you have to measure 4 centimeters on your ruler. So 4 centimeters. And then go to your point B. Inside of the triangle should be right here. That's the first one. And then it says it should be 2 centimeters from AC. It should be, so when you see that it is a parallel line from AC, which is 2 centimeters away. So where is AC? This will be AC, but it needs to be inside of the triangle. So first, let's measure 2 centimeters on the scale. That will be about this. Of course, when you do it, you have to be very precise with your scaling. So you go to point C. You have to cut this line and draw an arc on this side. That is 2 centimeters. And then same thing, go to point A. So first you can just intersect, go to this point, and then cut the first arc at one point here. And then go to point A, same thing, intersect this line. Then draw an arc on this side. So go to this point and intersect the arc. So you have this point and this point. Now you have to join them together to form the line, which is 2 centimeters from AC, but it needs to be inside of the triangle. So only inside, so let's do that, okay, right here. Okay, that will be your answer. Okay, that is for part B. Done and done. Now for part D, the point P is 4 centimeters from B, which is on this line, and 2 centimeters from AC will be on this line, and nearer to AC than to C. So we have to draw the perpendicular bisector of A and C. So let's do that to find out exactly where it can be. Well, we don't need to actually, because it's pretty obvious which one is nearer to A than to C. Which one is nearer to A than to C? As you can see, nearer to A will be on this side, right? So the point P will be right here. So usually we have 2 points for P. P could be here and it could be here. But since we have this third condition, it says nearer to C, nearer to A than to C, it needs to be on this side, nearer to A. That's why this will be your point P. Now question is to find the length of AP. So let's measure the length of AP. So 2 from A, measure 2P. So according to my graph, it shows to be about 6.5. So 6.5 centimeters for me, for the length of AP. That is question 22. Let's move on to question 23. In the Venn diagram, shade the region which represents the subset. So we have P union Q prime intersecting with R. So P union Q prime outside intersecting with R will be this subset. Now for part B, X, we have the universal set is an integer between this and this. So we have 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, and 33. It is always best to list all your values before you do this question, because you know exactly what is inside of your set. Now E will be even number, so that will be 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, and 32. Now we have T will be multiple of 3, that will be 24, that will be 27, that will be 30, and 33. And last one, multiple of 4, you will have 24 as well. You will have 28, and then 32. That's it. Now part 1, list the elements of T intersecting with F. So both in T and F, as you can see, they only have these two common. So 24 will be the elements between T and F. Only 24, as you can see with those two. Now for part 2, find the number of elements inside of E union T. So let's first see what is inside of E union T. So E union T will be 22, 24, 26, 27, 28, 30, 32, and 33. So let's count how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Number will be 8. Now part 3, it says, given that y, we don't know what is y, it is inside of this set. Find one possible value of y. So let's first find this set. So let's first find what is f prime. F prime is everything outside of this, which is 22, 23, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30, 31, and 33. That is f prime. Now f prime intersecting with E will be the set. What is in both this and E? E will be even numbers, so it will be 22, 26, 30 will be in those two. So it says, given that this, find one possible value of y. So you can choose anything from this set. Let's choose 22. That will be one possible value of y. That is question 23. Let's move on to question 24. The diagram shows a speed-time graph of a train which slows down from 20 to a stop. Stop is 0 in t seconds. Right. Now part 1. Find the expression in terms of t for the retardation of the train. As you know, when you have a speed-time graph, retardation is equal to the gradient of the triangle. Height divided by base will be, height is 20, divided by base, which is t. That's what the retardation will be. Now part 2, find the speed of the train when t equal to this one. So find the speed of the train when t equal to this. So let's draw a small diagram to see where can we have this. So t will be equal to this small t. Find the value of this one. Find the value of the speed. So we can do this by proportionality. So we use this small triangle. The height of the big one will be 20 over t equal to height of the small one will be s over small t here will be, what is this distance? It will be t minus this will be 140. So let's solve to find the value of s. So t cancel out. S will be 1 over 4 times 20, that will be 5. Value here is 5. Now for part B, the distance traveled by the train between t equal to 0 and t equal to t is 150. So just to recap, the way we solve this here is using similarity. As we know, this big triangle is similar to this small triangle. So for the big one, we know that this height is 20, we write 20, and the base is t, so write t. So equal to, since they are similar, we can do that. Now what is this height? We don't know, it is s. And we know that the small t is given to us as 3 over 4t. This value here is 3 over 4t. So this is this distance. So what is this distance? It will be t minus this will be 1 over 4t. So divide by 1 over 4t. So solve to find the value of s, which is 5. So I just want to recap how I find this value. Now for part B, the distance traveled by the train between this is this. So as you know, if you have a speed time graph, distance travel is area under graph. Find the value of t. It will be area of a triangle. So half times base, which is t, times height is equal to 150. So simplify, that will be 10. 10t is 150. T is equal to 15. So the value of t will be 15 seconds. Now for part 2, it says, sketch a distance time graph for the train. So pretty easy. So in t seconds, let's make a point here where we know where to stop. Should be about this value, right? Now as you can see, the speed is decreasing for this range. So how do you draw a decreasing speed in a distance time graph? So that will be, so this will be increasing speed, and this will be how you draw in decreasing speed. So remember, in the end it has to reach to 0. So in the end it has to be flat, has to be flat. So let's do that. That will be decreasing speed has to increase, and then flat. That will be your distance time graph for this train. Now let's move on to question 20. This is 25, right? 25. So we have two triangles. It is vectors, I can see. So in the diagram, we have x is a point such that AB is equal to AX is 1 over 4AB. So if AX is 1 over 4AB, it means that AX is Q. So what is the length of X, XB? So by this ratio, so this is 4, this is 1, this will be 3. And now same thing here, Y is a point on AC such that AY, if this is 1 and this is 3, this will be 2. Right. Now it says Z is a point on BC, produce where CZ is 2 times BC. Okay, that's good to know. Now part 1, express as simply as possible in terms of P and Q. The first one is XY. Find the value of XY. So XY is this one. So it will be XA, So XA will be minus Q plus P. So P minus Q will be XY. Now for part 2, BC will be this one. Has to be BA and AC. So BA will be equal to minus 4Q. And then we have plus 3P from the diagram. So minus 4Q and 3P. So 3P minus 4Q for the value of BC. Now we have number 3, XZ. So XZ will be this big one. That will be XB and then BZ. So XB is given by 3Q, and we have to find the value of BZ. Now we know that this one, CZ is equal to 2 times BC. BC we have found out this, so CZ will be 2 times, that will be 6P minus 8Q. So we have to find BZ. So BZ will be this one, which is 3P minus 4Q plus 6Q minus 8Q. That will be equal to 9P minus 12Q for the value of BZ. So let's add this, 9P minus 12Q. This will become 9P minus 3 minus 12 will be minus 9Q. Now for part B, we have to find the ratio of XY and YZ. XY and YZ. So what is the value of YZ? So we know XZ is given by this one. So what is the value of YZ? Also, we can just do it directly, no problem. So let's write this down as a vector. It will be easier. So XY will be equal to P is 1 minus 1. So this is P, this is Q. Now we have XZ is equal to 9 minus 9. If you take out 9, you will have 9 outside. You will have 1 minus 1. These are the same, as you can see. Now, this is xy, and this is yz. As you can see, xy here and yz here. So given that xz is 9 times, this one is 1, which means yz is 8. 9 minus 1 is 8. As you can see, the ratio here is 9 to 1. So that's what we know. This one is 1 and this one is 9. So yz will be 9 minus 1 will be 8. Ratio will be x1 is 1, this will be 8. Just compare the ratios and you can just do this by difference. Okay, that will be part B. Now let's move on to question number 26. Box 1 contains 2 white balls and box 2 contains 4 white balls and 3 black balls. Good. Now part 1, N chooses at random 1 ball from each box. Now part 1, find the chance that these balls are both black. It is 0 because on box 1 there's no black ball, so it's not possible. It will be 0 over 2 times 3 over, so we have 7 balls here, so that will be 0, right? That's the first one. Now part 2, find the chance that these balls have different colors. So pretty easy. So from the first box, she can choose a white one. It can be white, so 2, so to 1, white and black, right? Black will be 3 over 7, so that will be 3 over 7. Because if you think, we can only choose white and black, but also black and white, right? But it's not possible because we don't have a black ball in this one. That will be 0 times something will be 0, and this one will be, this is O, always plus, then white will be 1, 2 over 2 times black, which will be 3 over 7. That's why you have 3 over 7 as your value. Now for part B, from the original content of box 2, Bell chooses, so from box 2 now, Bell chooses at random 2 balls without replacement. Find the chance that these balls are both white. So from box 2, both white. As you can see, we have 4 white balls and 3 black balls from the box 2. So let's write this down, 4 white balls and 3 black balls. Both whites needs to be white and white. So white first time will be 4 over 7 times 3 over 6. That will be 1, 2. That will be 4 over 14, which is 2 over 7. So 2 over 7 will be your chance. Now part C, Carla chooses one of these boxes. So for this one, if you find this confusing, you can always draw a tree diagram. It will be much easier for you to understand by drawing a tree diagram to solve this question. But usually that should be pretty easy. Now part C, Carla chooses one of the boxes at random. With the contents of the box, she then chooses at random 1 ball from the box. So find the chance that the ball is white. Okay, so let's do that. Now there's case 1. There's one case here. Case 1 is she chooses box number 1. Right, that's the case number 1. Okay. Now what is the chance of box number 1 and what is the chance of she chooses box number 1 and chooses a white ball? It is 1 over 2 because we have 2 boxes, and chooses a white ball will be 1 because box 1 has only white balls. That's why. So that will be half. Now case number 2. She chooses a black box, box number 2, sorry, chooses box number 2, and she chooses a white ball. So that's the only way you can have a white ball. So in box number 2, as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 white balls over 7. So box number 2 will be half because we have 2 boxes. We have a chance over 2 of choosing box number 2 times, what is the chance of choosing white? That will be 4 over 7. That will be 2 over 7. Now you have to add those two. Half plus 2 over 7. That will be base of 14. 7 plus 4. That will be 11 over 14. So 11 over 14 will be your answer. for part C. And that is the last question of this paper. I hope that was somewhat helpful, and as always, thank you for watching. I will see you guys soon.